For the past year, I've been using this printer. It is a ET-4760 and it no longer works. The ink, I don't know what happened. Basically, it's still there. As you can see, it's almost full. It just don't print right. So we're about to fix this right now. Okay, so I reached out to the company, Epson. The one that I talked about previously is the EcoTank ET-4760. They sent me another model because the one that I had was absolutely broken. So what we want to do is just go back over it a little bit. We're going to open this one up. We're going to do a quick unboxing and I'll show you exactly why I need a printer in 2021. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Greg here. So this feels like a video that was produced in like 2009 on YouTube when it first started, but that's not the case. This is just my living room setup here. I don't have any fancy setups or, equipment to actually show off this. This is the Epson EcoTank ET-4760. Now, if you saw in the B-roll, I have this printer already, but it finally died on me. The reason why is upkeep. I've been using a printer for the past year due to the pandemic and being indoors. My issue, however, though, is I thought that I would be producing more paper, more printing, more ink, but as a result, that was not the case. So what I've been doing now is trying to figure out how to print now that I actually have to. I usually would print maybe 15 to 20 pages every 6 months. So someone would say to go and buy a smaller printer, but for the volume I need for actual work on my 9 to 5, I needed something a little bit more heavy duty. And the reason why I wanted the EcoTank ET-4760 is because it checks all the boxes. You can do copying, printing, scanning, and it works with AirPlay. AirPlay for me matters, especially in the fact that I like to take items directly from my phone and print them. So this is probably the better one for me, and I'm honestly a huge fan of Epson. So let's just quickly get into unboxing this so you can see exactly what's in it. Paperwork here, all of the inks, cable to plug it up. This is the printer. So as you can see, this is the ET-4760. I have the printer completely unboxed now. As you can see, it comes with black, cyan, magenta, and yellow. As you can see, it's a power button. There's a home button that will get you pretty much a directional control for everything that you'll see on this screen. It is slightly touchscreen. Some commands you can touch, some you cannot. Here is more so of a help, a quick guide button. So if you ever get lost, there's that for you. This is the paper tray right here. As you can see, it does come out. Indicators here that say BK, C, M, Y. They coordinate with this, and there's a reason for it. These ink cartridges themselves, they all go into their corresponding thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to power it on. I'm going to go through all of the tutorial setup. That way you guys don't have to see it. But one thing I do want to mention before I do that is this screen that floats up and down depending on how you like it. Most times I just have it this way. That way it's easier to see the time and what I actually need to do. But we'll get into that as soon as I power everything on. We'll be back. Obviously, here you go. Once it says that, it says to fill the tanks with ink and then hold down for 3 seconds. Now that we have all 4 of the chambers filled completely, as you can see, they're no longer gray. Everything has its corresponding ink. It just looks black on camera. You press and hold down the question mark for more than 3 seconds. Now it says to confirm that all of them are done. We say done. It takes 10 seconds to initiate and then we'll be back. One thing I failed to mention when it comes to this unboxing is the actual paper tray itself. So as you can see, it is still initiating for me, but with the paper tray itself, they have this tray where obviously you can put the paper and you can adjust it. There's a blue button on the side here. It presses in. Be careful because this can break. What you do is you can slide it in or out. And what that is good for is if you are printing on actual photo paper or anything like A4, A3 or something of that nature, you can actually go and adjust the paper the way that you want it. So when I got it, it came in this size, which is great for like postcards or something of that nature. But what you do is you slide it out, you take your 8.5 by 11 letter size for me personally, go ahead, slide that in there, and it just works. There is some like headway here for it. That's for obviously longer paper. You can go up to legal. There's a button here that says LGL, which is legal, which will allow you to actually slide it out a little bit further. Just lift that up, push that tray back in. But we'll be back again after we get to some more of the initiating. On the screen, it has copy, scan, and then fax, maintenance, settings. There's so many options here that are great. Me, I only either copy or scan. 2021, forgive me. Either way, at the top, you'll see some indicators. This is for like the nozzle check. You'll have both Wi-Fi as well as having the fax line that we just talked about. And then you have the sounds. You can turn off the sounds so you don't get annoying alerts if you're printing. It's great so if you're on a Zoom call or something and you have to print something, it's not doing the annoying click, 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 click. If you plan on printing to this, just make sure that your phone or your device is connected to the same Wi-Fi network as your printer. So as you can see, I'm connected. You see that the printer is there. It is showing that. So I can print this, hit that. It'll give you the same presets. You can either do black or white. You can do double-sided. I'm just going to pick black and white just to be safe. Paper size. You can do portrait or landscape, which is great for photos and things of that nature. Boom, we press print and we should see it come out. Now it's saying a security warning. It appears to be a different printer than previously used. Now, I told you guys that I went and had to get a new printer, so that's why I got this. We're just gonna hit continue and hopefully it will print. As you see, it's saying printing. That was almost instantaneous. So, as you see, this is from my notes app, mind you. So this is from my notes app. This is what it looks like. So, I mean, that's just that. I really like that, how quick that came out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this finish and we're gonna try to do a photo up next. We're gonna try to print this image. There's a lot of color, there's a lot of green, there's a little bit of black here, and we're gonna go to this, you know, the share button, obviously. We're gonna go to print really quick. As you can see, it already notices that I want to print to the Epson, which is dope. And it says black and white, but it knows, for some reason, it knows that this is a color document. So it's going to automatically send it to Epson as a color document, even though you have the option of doing it as a black and white. So what we're going to do is just quickly press print, and we're going to see how long it takes for the printer to do it. As you see, it's a little bit slower than just printing words on a sheet of paper. It's doing its thing. This is amazing. I like it. I like it. So, as you can see, this is it. It's not quite the color. I can be completely honest there. Like, you know, some things it will not capture, and that's not the fault of the printer. It's honestly the color, you know, grading that I actually did for the logo itself. So this is this, and it looks spot on to me outside of the, you know, obvious effect of the color. But this was a white sheet of paper that completely did it in the same color that I wanted. If you flip this, it's completely white. If you are working from home, this is what you need. You need something that's going to do all things for you, regardless if you're printing from your phone or your desktop. It can copy, it can scan, it can fax, it can do all the things. As you can see at the top here, it does have a chamber that all you have to do is lift this up. And I'm probably going to tank this right here, but you flip it up, you can put your documents in it and feed it automatically. There's a piece of plate and glass right here. You lift that up. If I wanted to scan this document, I can scan it, put that face down, and do the things. I can scan it, boom. I can send it to the cloud, I can send it to my computer, and in some cases you can actually email, which is pretty dope. But then again, you would have to have some service for that, but no big deal. Faxing, we don't have to go into that because I told you I don't personally use that. Copying as well. You can copy it, and you can copy it from color to black and white. And you know, you can do from black and white as well. So you can pick how many copies. This is just, it's amazing. It's amazing. I know I'm talking too much, but I just want to let people know that you know, every home, in my personal opinion, needs a printer, because the last thing you want to do is go to a library right now or go to a service center and have to pay somebody for something that you can do in your house. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my review, unboxing, whatever you want to call this, of the Epson ET-4760. I love this thing. The price and all that stuff will be down in the show notes. I just implore people to, if you like this video, please feel free to give me the thumbs up, comment, also subscribe. Thank you again for watching, and we will see you on the next video.